Okay guys, so today I want to talk about iOS 16.2 Developer Beta 1. The software has been out for a couple of days now, and as per usual, I like to come back and share with you guys any additional new features and changes that I may come across after using the software for a couple of days. And I also want to talk about a few bugs and issues that I've encountered within the software, and we also have official news as into when we can expect iOS 16.2 to be officially released to the public. So a lot to talk about. Let's just get right into this video. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, the first thing I would like to talk about is two bugs that I've encountered within the software. Number one, GPS signal delays. So GPS isn't working as intended, right? So GPS signal is delayed, whether you're using Apple Maps or any third-party mapping solution. By the time you take a right turn, the GPS is still delayed. So this happened with 16.1 Beta 1, and it's also happening with 16.2 Beta 1, which is very interesting. Obviously, Apple will most likely fix this before the official release. Now, the other bug that I've encountered is within the lock screen. So if I go into the lock screen here and I trigger the camera, it would freeze and it would not let me go back to the lock screen. It happens every single time when I trigger the camera on the lock screen, something that is annoying. And it also happened with other applications as well, third-party apps and Apple apps. Sometimes the phone just doesn't want to exit the application, so it locks you in. Something interesting here. So two bugs. Sometimes you get locked out of your phone by being locked in an application like camera and GPS signal delays. Next, I also want to mention iPadOS 16.2 brings display support for Stage Manager. So iPadOS brings Stage Manager, and Stage Manager external display support is here for 16.2 on iPadOS. Now, if you didn't catch my initial coverage, you see this new icon here that is called Freeform. It's a new application from Apple which is coming to the iPhone, the iPad, and the Mac for you to collaborate and share your creativity with others. So it's a white canvas for you to just sort of collaborate on projects. It's a really cool application. It's free. It's coming from Apple on iOS 16.2. Now, also, there's a big update to Emergency SOS. In my opinion, one of the bigger updates coming to the iPhone is this new unintentional report system. So if I trigger the Emergency SOS by accident, you may remember the reports on roller coasters activating crash detection and calling Emergency SOS on iPhone 14. Well, I think this aims to fix this issue. So if I unlock my iPhone after triggering the Emergency SOS, if I don't follow through with the phone call, right, my iPhone gives me a notification and it will ask me a few questions. Right there it is, unintentional SOS calls. So we have the iPhone model, we have the iOS system diagnostics right here. We also have add an attachment, so we can do device diagnostic files, we can do photos or video. And if we answer yes to this one, it says thank you for your feedback and you can submit that. But if you say no, then you have a few questions here that you can answer in order to help improve the Emergency SOS system on the iPhone. And again, I think this is directly trying to fix the issue where crash detection was being activated by roller coasters. So yeah, Apple is looking for feedback. This is an unintentional SOS call. So if you accidentally trigger Emergency SOS, Apple would like to know how this happened on your iPhone or why you didn't follow through with that emergency phone call. One of the bigger features, in my opinion, coming to the iPhone, because we don't want to keep emergency services busy when there really isn't an emergency. So yeah, big feature coming to the iPhone. And last but not least, I would like to talk about a new lock screen widget. So if we go into the lock screen here, go to customize, go to the lock screen, we now have the ability to track sleep data with a widget. So if you track your sleep data, there it is. You can go ahead and do that directly from the lock screen on iOS 16.2. Something minor, but something new that's coming with the software once it is officially released. Which brings me to the last topic, official release date for iOS 16.2 and the next beta. Now, I think Apple will go with a 2 weeks release schedule on this one until maybe mid-November. So if Apple does start a 2 weeks release schedule, we see the next beta on the week of the 7th of November. If not, if they go with a weekly release schedule, then we could see the second beta as early as November the 1st. So about 2 days after the filming of this video. That is beta 2 for iOS 16.2. If we get a weekly schedule, we go November 1st. If we get a 2 weeks release schedule, we go with November 8th or 7th the following week. Now, when can we expect the official release? As I mentioned, we have official information from one of the most reliable sources in the industry when it comes to hardware and software. Mark Gurman has mentioned that iOS 16.2 is aimed to be released towards mid December. Now, Apple did this last year. Sometimes they do follow these patterns with iOS 15.3, I believe it was. So we can expect the software to most likely hit our devices to the general public here on December the 19th or the 20th, right before the holiday break. Again, Apple did this last year. So yeah, we can expect the software mid-December, December 19th or the 20th. The week of the 19th, I'm expecting this software to be released to the general public. And that's it. That's everything I wanted to share with you guys. Stay tuned here to the channel. Let's see what Apple will do if they go with a weekly release schedule. New video on new beta coming soon. Stay tuned. If not, in about 2 weeks, I'll be back with additional information on 16.2. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.